And here in Fort Lauderdale at the Broward Convention Center, it is the final semifinal of the 2002 U.S. Open Table Tennis Tournament. Phil Shane, Dan Seamiller with you. Dan, the U.S. national team coach. And as we take a look, it's going to be an all-Chinese final. That one already determined, as Chin winning the first semifinal, and both of these players on the near court, Ma Lin, on the far court, Linghui representing China. But two different styles from the other semifinalists, and Chin. A lot more emotion will be on display probably in this semi.
Well, definitely Ma Lin is a fighter. We kind of call him the tiger on the tour. He's always fighting and very emotional. Kong is pretty subtle. He's not going to show a lot of emotion, but these are two heavyweights here. Kong is the gold medal winner in the 2000 Olympic Games, has been a perennial world champion #1. Ma won the ITTF Pro Tour final last year, so this is Ma ranked #2 in the world against Kong, who slipped a little bit the past year. Maybe he's lost a little desire from the Sydney Olympic Games, but in great form here as he's cruised all the way to the semifinals. Matter of fact, both these players have won comfortable all the way through.
Both these players treated like pop stars in China. Ma Lin, a little bit more of the rebel, the 22-year-old, and the 26-year-old Kong, the former #1 in the world, as you mentioned, had slipped down to #5, but a two-time U.S. Open champion. Looking for his third, but he has his work cut out for him here today against Ma.
These two played the 2001 World Championship semifinal, with Kong winning 3-1. So Kong is probably a slight favorite, but very difficult. They're both in top form and should be a real powerful game and exciting match.
Ma had some problems in the third round. Needed 6 games to get past Guo Qinghua of China. Kong has only lost 1 game the entire tournament so far, and that coming in the quarterfinals against Chuan Shihuan from Taipei, where he lost the first and came back to win the next 4. So Kong has the momentum with him. And he wins the first point here.
Kong has traditionally had an excellent record against the other players on the Chinese national team. Has really dominated a lot of his teammates and off to a quick 2-0 lead. Ma has been so dominating on his serve throughout this tournament, but Kong knows the services. Probably return him a lot better, but not there. What a power. It looked like a good return, but just a whoosh forehand down the line out of nowhere. Good return there, but Kong unable to open with the backhand.
Ma ties it up at 2.
Kong has been showing a real killer instinct throughout this tournament. He's been just demolishing his opponents. Looks like he really has something to prove. And there's that forehand, that awesome forehand of Ma Lin, where he turns the corner and just rips it 100 miles an hour down the line. No defense for that.
Off the net, but Kong responded well, and Ma, stumbling into the corner, could not get there.
And Ma, one of the quickest players on tour, excellent footwork. He started to turn the corner, but realized Kong was going down the line and got burned for that anticipation.
Kong, shake-handed hold. Well, Ma Lin, an inverted pen hold, using both sides of the racket.
Wow, what a forehand there, right in the armpit there, right in the crook of the elbow. Powerful. Ma off 3 big forehands already in game 1, and no way to return that serve. Catches Kong a little bit off balance. Early momentum to Ma.
3-5. You know, both of these players very powerful tactics, giving Ma the lead. And Kong comes back. 5-all, serve back to Ma.
There's that big forehand, unstoppable. Just huge.
Not sure, but I think he started that swing in Key West. Just slammed it cross court.
Kong still having, just like everyone else, trouble to return that serve.
And after Kong was able to fight back to 5-5, a quick 2-point lead, won back by Ma.
In that women's semifinal between the two Chinese players, they were using the new service rules, but in this one, Ma is still using the hidden serve. Kong generally prefers that backhand serve, which is pretty simple, but very difficult to do much with it. He usually gets the first attack. There's the first attack right there. Beautiful backhand down the line, real quick with the wrist, catching Ma off balance. Excellent scrambling point by Kong as he cuts that ball out of the air. Great topspin by Ma, but Ma unable to recover. And the first little break in service here for Kong Linghui. Oh, there's a big forehand, unstoppable. Boy, it's unusual. Ma has already hit about 5 winners, but it's 8-all. So you almost have to think advantage Kong.
Sooner or later, those winners will drop. 8-8. 8-9.
Kong going for a quick flip to the wide forehand, which is what you need to do against Ma, but he misses the technique. Moves to the center of the table. Serves in the center, uses big forehand. Very sweet.
Faked Ma out. He wasn't anywhere near that shot. And it's back to 9-9. Touch and go all the way through game number 1.
Kong so smooth with his attacking shots. Hardly looks like he's putting effort, and then the ball just explodes off his racket, where Ma, when he swings, hits huge and everything is flying.
Ma in the red, Kong in the purple.
That short serve to the forehand, and Kong in control at this point. He's got him pinned on the backhand. Ma's going to have to hang on over there. Great rally here. Oh, what a shot by Ma. Incredible rally.
And he got helped by the net. Nothing Ma could do about that. The best rally of the day.
Ma throws up his hands in disgust there. He made great backhand loop and then a big forehand. The net hurt him badly. Kong puts his hand up and apologized, but he takes the early game point lead.
9-10. Net.
Oh, great topspin by Kong. Great rally. Touches the net again, and another one.
The fate's in favor of Kong on that one.
A big first game decided on 2 great rallies, both touching the net. That's table tennis. Nothing you can do about it. Ma just can't believe it.
Ma playing so much on emotion and somewhat unlike what you'd expect the typical Chinese player to be like. And as you take a look, you wonder how much he has in store. Kong able to come back, keep the pressure on.
There's a topspin to topspin, both players out of the picture. Great topspins, they're moving. Watch the ball touches the net here. Not on this shot yet, still they're moving, parrying from corner to corner. And here's the ball that's gonna touch the net pretty soon. What a rally. There it is, that's the one. You can just see how that would change the timing. And Kong apologizing for it, but he'll take that point.
Ma not shy of giving his opinion either about players like Kong and Wang, saying he has the best grip. And
another look at that point. There's Ma with an opening forehand. Kong pins him wide, and they start this forehand to forehand rally. Great responses by Ma. He gets pinned on the backhand here. There's a topspin to the backhand. And here we are in game 2, and Kong with a big forehand, but a re-topspin by Ma right off the balance. Brilliant shot by Ma Lin.
It's kind of funny. Ma talking about how some of the other Chinese players are has-beens and playing in the past. Not afraid to let it out. Wonder if Kong pays attention. 2-0, first 2 points for Ma as he fights to get back in this match.
Kong's always sort of a cool and collected, sort of an invincible player. I've always thought of him as the steadiest and the best forehand in the game. But Ma certainly has a forehand to match him. And quickly, Ma, with that fighting spirit, jumps out 3-0. There's no quit in Ma Lin. None whatsoever. Oh, there's a forehand for Kong. Players get those easy forehand drives. They just drive it to the body, and there's just really nothing you can do when those powerful spins come right at the body. You can't even react to them.
3-1.
Oh, service error by Ma. Very unusual.
3-2.
Great topspin play there, back and forth. Ma so quick on his feet. And he has to be. He's a penhold player. He tries to get as many balls with the forehand as possible, trying to cover nearly the whole court with a forehand. Kong missed that easy backhand. Thought he had it right up the line.
Ma taking his time. Kong, 2-5.
Wow.
Just catching the edge of the table. 6-2.
A couple early breaks for Ma in this game. Unplayable edge ball there to go up 6-2. Kong with that controlled backhand down the line.
Six-3. Both players trying to draw their opponent in towards the net and wait for the opening. And it's gone all Ma's way in game 2. Four, 7.
Ma keeps slipping a little bit, having a little bit of trouble with his footwork. Catching a little bit on the tape there. Players can take a towel break after every 6 points. So 4-8, they can take a break. There's that tough, heavy backspin serve. And Ma
does not have an answer for that yet.
Ma dominating in the second game. He's got, ooh, big forehand there. Serve got a little bit long. Ma knows he didn't want to let Kong get that forehand in play there.
Same point. It looks like he thought he could send it down the side and almost had it. And now, relatively easy game 2. 5-10. 5 game points for Ma. He doesn't need them. He's tied it up at 1 with a convincing 11-5 victory in game 2. And we have ourselves a match between the number 2 and number 3 seeds in this tournament. Ma, number 2 in the world. Kong, number 5. Kong, the 2-time champion of this U.S. Open tournament, looking for his 3rd, and Ma, the 22-year-old youngster, looking for some respect.
Early on, it looks like Ma's sort of dominating the play. There you see Kong. There's Ma right there. Both of them without coaches in this match again.
Both of them having a relatively easy ride to the semifinals. Number 77 and 2 unranked players for Ma before he knocked off the Swede, Fredrik Håkansson, the 33rd ranked player in the world, to get here 4-1 and made it look easy. Meanwhile, Kong, 2 unranked players, and number 26 and number 17 in Chung and Chuan, and only lost 1 game in those 2 matches. Both put to the test here in game number 3. And the first point to Ma.
Beautiful backhand topspin by Ma. Kong's trying to cut the ball deep to the backhand, but Ma's waiting for it. Hits that inverted reverse side backhand loop. Great shot by Ma to open game 3. Oh, there's a wild forehand there. Ma trying to run around and hit that big forehand that usually is a winner, but a little bit off balance. And that's what Kong's goal is in this match, to keep moving that ball around and get Ma off balance and get that first attack back if he can. There's an opening for Kong, and he misses a big forehand as they trade wild forehands.
Both of these players trying to play their game, trying to see which opponent will be the first one to crack and be forced to respond. And at this point, an even match. 1-3 as the serve goes back to Kong.
Ma helped by a net there through Kong's balance off and timing. There's an opening forehand. Ma's going to be back, and he can play from back there as we've seen earlier. Kong's just going to stay there and eventually wins the point.
Patience.
Yeah, once he has Ma pinned on that backhand, no way he wants to go to the forehand and give Ma a chance to take a big swing from way back. Great return. There's a big loop and a good return by Kong. It goes up the line, and that's a tough call there. I think that's a side. And there's no argument there.
He got the block on the first forehand, but could not keep the second one in. Kong used to pressure. In fact, in 1996, had a chance to be a golden champion of sorts. Already held the World Championship and the World Cup and fell short in his bid for Olympic gold. He got the gold in 2000, though, and looking for a U.S. Open championship here, which would be his third.
Kong really needs to get that forehand into play and starting to move his feet. Had a big forehand there. Last couple of points, starting to really use that big, powerful forehand of his. And there's that Ma Lin forehand, which is just overpowering. Kong almost returned it, but that ball's got a lot of speed and spin.
Perfect description of Ma Lin's philosophy. He likes those first three balls. That's where he wants to win it. Serve, return, and then a killer.
Oh, quick little flick there. Ma very animated. Knows that was a high serve and had a real chance to take a big lead here in game 3, but missed it. Oh, beautiful defense there. You got to give Ma nice credit for the big loop, but Kong waits and just directs it down the line for a beautiful winner.
Start to sense Kong coming up with an answer for that forehand smash. Ma must need to pull something else out of the arsenal.
Great timing on that shot. Another big forehand, but this time right down the middle. Kong can't even touch it. This Ma Lin is just spectacular in his forehand play.
6-5.
Kong's got control of this rally. You know he's going to stay on the backhand, but Ma pumps his fist knowing he got away with one there. Kong shakes his head like, can't believe he missed that one, which would have tied it up at 6.
Instead, a 7-5 lead for Ma. Unlike some of the other semifinals today, you kind of have the feeling this one's going to go 7. Be somewhat of a surprise if it didn't between these two evenly ranked players.
Ma gets to break a service there to go up 5-8. Kong in trouble in game 3. Looks to me, though, that Ma is a little bit the stronger player.
(9-5). Chance to win it on serve.
There's a big forehand there. No touching that one. Great drop shot on the receiver serve.
Ma changing his tactics, and Kong was ready.
Third game still on the balance if Kong can win this service. If not, big trouble. There's that forehand. Kong backing up, unable to control it. So much topspin on that ball.
(6-10), serving against game point.
Net service. Kong going to the forehand serve. Gets an easy opening.
Still 3 game points to face.
Ma is so tough. He lost that tough first game on a couple of net balls, and he's bounced right back. Oh, great return of serve there.
He had Kong dancing around the corner and he couldn't finish it. 11-7. 2 straight wins for Ma. Is this going pretty true to form in your mind, or?
Well, a couple years ago, Kong would certainly have been the favorite. He beat him in the World Championships, but in recent form and the way they've been playing this term, even though Kong has looked good, Ma is kind of an unstoppable player. And you can see that even though Kong has some answers for him, Ma is controlling the play up to this point. There's a nice little drop shot there. Ma turned the corner, and there's that beautiful block down the line.
And then that's what we were talking about earlier, that the forehand smash into that corner, Kong was able to respond a couple of times. Ma then started going to the body, and that opened up the forehand down the corner again.
That's right.
Both of these players from the provinces. Kong, born in Harbin, now lives in Beijing, 26-year-old. Ma, the 22-year-old, still out in Guangdong, born in Liaoning in northeast China. It's amazing, a country that big with that many people. If you're good at the game, they'll find a way to get you on the national team.
Ma going with the real high toss serve and quickly gets into the lead, and Kong really not returning the serve very well, as everyone else before him. There's a nice return of serve. Quick little cut short to the forehand, catches Ma off balance. Let's see if Kong can step up the offensive pressure. He's been a little bit under attack most of this match, and Ma just won't let him get started. Great technical push there, real short and low with a lot of backspin. There's the 1-2 punch of Ma Lin, opening with the backhand loop, turning the corner and hitting the big forehand.
As you pointed out in the last game, Kong starting to go back on his heels. 3-1 to serve with a 2-1 lead in games. Ma Lin in red.
Ma Lin starting to assert command of the match here, up 2-1 and 4-1, and Kong looking a little bit sluggish and just too much Ma.
Kong's got to do something here pretty quick.
I'm not really sure what. Ma has the powerful forehand and the footwork to stay away. Kong really hasn't been able to get his forehand into play. That's his winner. He really hasn't hit many forehand, but there's the backhand down the line. That's about the only thing he's been scoring with.
The other thing, he's got to stop making the mistakes on the returns. Got to keep it in play.
That's a lot easier said than done, because when you just keep it in play, Ma hits that big forehand by you and makes you look silly. There's a big forehand, but Kong under pressure misses another one.
2-6 serve to Kong. Actually, Ma with the serve at 6-2.
Short serve to the forehand. Oh, and beautiful backhand.
What happened there? Ma just caught flat-footed.
Well, Ma's really, he shows a lot of anticipation. He's always anticipating where the ball's going to go, moving early. And Kong sees that and always tries to get the ball to that wide forehand corner, which is, if Ma has a weak spot, that's it right there. But not this time. Ma caught off balance, be able to make an off-balance backhand winner. Separate himself by 4 points here in game 4.
3-7. 4-7.
There's a big forehand to the body. That point's over. That hit his body. A little shocked by that. That ball went right off his body, and they still played it.
The umpires are as entertained by the match as we are. Let that one slip.
I'm really surprised that maybe I made a mistake there, but I'm sure that hit off his body.
Sounded like there was a second hit.
A little mini comeback by Kong here.
7-5.
Oh, what a top spin. Kong had an opening there, but Ma, as always, ever ready with a big forehand to the open court.
8-5, leading 2-1.
Good return of serve there. Ma, beautiful topspin, pumping that fist. The Tiger of the Pro Tour, controlling Kong throughout this match, up 9-5.
Ma, on the national team at 15 years of age, broke out onto the scene in 1999. Second in the World Championships, first in the Chinese Nationals. And he is now out to a 3-1 lead in the U.S. Open semifinals. Somewhat of a rematch of sorts between these two. They met back in 1997 when Ma lost to Kong in Kong's second Open championship. But Ma, much more confident player here in 2002.
Yes, and they met, and that was the semifinals in '97, so this is definitely a rematch. Here's an excellent point here. Big forehand by Kong right to the body there. See that hesitation by Kong as if it really did hit his shirt. And from that replay, it looked to me like it hit the shirt and then the racket. But Kong won the point, but it was immaterial as Ma had an easy fourth game win and is in command of the match, 3-1. And looking for answers, Mr. Kong Linghui, the 2000 gold medalist in Sydney.
And there the trophy that awaits the men's singles champion. Still one match to go after this one. Both of these Chinese nationals fighting to take on another one. The player who has been Mr. Cinderella, if you can say that, in Chin, who's already advanced to the final and waiting. 1-1 here in game number 5. Everything on the line now for Kong. He's got to win 3 in a row.
And again, Ma wins one of the points of the opening service of Kong. And there's Ma in control of the point. Oh, that backhand down the line. It's about all that Kong can score with. He's had a couple of forehand winners, but he's been pinned on that backhand by Ma's big forehand. But a beautiful down the line backhand there.
Ma hasn't really unleashed the super forehand in the last few games.
Oh, look at that again. Looks like a big hole over there. And Kong's starting to exploit it, but certainly that's where he's going to need to go to get back in this match.
3-1, and with the serve.
2 beautiful winners on Ma's serve. He hasn't done that the whole match. There's that movement. What a rally. Oh, that brings the crowd alive.
Looked like Kong was well out of position, but a beautiful shot.
Some serious topspin table tennis there, world class.
Let's see if that's the turning point. Kong with a 3-point lead.
There's a flick to that wide forehand. He's really going for that forehand corner. He's hit it 2 or 3 times already early in this game. And Ma serving at 2-4. Oh, there's another mistake on that service. That tough Ma Lin serve just dominated opponents over and over again through the last couple of years. Oh, he makes a
service mistake.
Yes, he
service
did.
error. So Kong gives one and Ma gives it back. And Kong gives it right back the other way. 5-4.
Quick series of errors by the world's best players here. There's that big forehand and Kong going up the line. Trying to nurse that ball up the line, but not this time. Too much power.
Kong confident in the first game, won at 11-9, but it has been all Ma since.
Oh, wide open spot. Kong shakes his head. That was a winner. And Ma is just can't wait to turn around the corner and cover the backhand with the forehand, but he's been caught over there a few times, but he keeps doing it.
Take a look at the tape around the table that Ma's still having a little problems with.
There's a big forehand by Kong.
That caused a few more problems. 6-6.
Definitely met Kong's best game so far. He's made 3 beautiful winners. There's another forehand, but he misses an easy forehand there. Looks at his racket. Can't believe he missed that one. That could cost him the game right there. If he loses this point and Ma takes over serve, this could be over.
6-7.
Another mistake. Yeah, when you miss an easy forehand like that, a lot of times you lose your focus and concentration, make an easy error, and now he's got to face Ma's serve down 8-6 and 3-1. Big forehand, backhand up the line again.
He needed that one.
It's quite clear that Ma's going to be looping from the backhand and Kong's going to be driving it down the line. And that time, Kong won the exchange.
Kong won his first 12 games before losing one in the quarters. Having problems here in the semis.
Good return to serve. But Ma, with that footwork, there's that turn around the corner that he's been getting burned by when Kong goes down the line, but he pays off this time. And Ma closing in on an open singles final here.
The surprising thing, not the fact that Ma now just 1 point away from winning the match, it's how easy he's made it look.
He's played brilliantly. Kong has made some shots, but he's been overmatched in the semifinal.
Triple match point.
There's a big forehand.
It's over! And the men's finals are set. What looked to be the toughest match of the tournament for Ma ends up being one of the easiest as he wins at 4-1 against the 5th-ranked player in the world in Kong Linghui. And Dan, any explanations other than the fact that his time has come?
Well, I think Ma has just been playing brilliantly, and Kong, his services are a little bit too simple, and Ma's service is just dominated. There's a serve by Kong. A little high drop shot. There's the forehand down the line. There's that counter topspin by Ma. Look at the footwork. There's that cut ball there. Great rally. Topspin by topspin. Again, and Ma over the top hits the edge of the racket. One of the few rallies that Kong was able to stay with Ma, and there you see Ma. Brilliant play. It moves him into the finals.
An all-Chinese final. It is Ma Lin, the number 2 ranked player in the world. He will not be able to move up to number 1 even if he does win, but he could chop the margin in half against Wang Liqin, who lost in the 2nd round to the player that Ma will be facing. Qin Zijian against Ma Lin in the 2002 U.S. Open Table Tennis Championships.
For more action, check out the other videos in this set of 5.